What's going on, y'all? It's The Natural, and this week on 5 Deep is 5 Week. And I'm going to be talking about a topic or question that I know most of you can relate to, and me personally, I've dealt with it for far too long in my life, and that's, why are you still single? Okay, if there's a question in this world that I hate more than any other question, it is that one exactly. Why are you still single? It's like such a loaded question. Like if you really think about it, you know how every time you start a conversation with a person, you ask, how are you? Could you imagine if people really actually had to answer that question? Like really tell you everything about how they were at the moment? It'd probably go a little something like this. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see. How are you? I'm doing good, you know, physically. I could be a little better. Mentally, I'm kind of confused, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. I don't have a job, I'm really insecure. But you know, that's what the 20s are for, right? Psychologically, I'm still dealing with the whole, you know, uncle touching me as a child thing. Okay, you see what I'm talking about? Like, could you imagine if people really answer that? Like, ain't nobody got time for that. But we're smart and, you know, we adapt over time. So we came up with a very convenient response, and that's, I'm good, how are you? But unfortunately, when people ask you why you're single, we haven't come up with a default answer yet, so it's really difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a few legitimate reasons of why I'm still single. Let's get into it. I spend way too much time on the internet, and you know what's on the internet? A bunch of people taking perfectly angled and perfectly lit pictures and posting all these amazing things about themselves, and everybody just seems perfect on the internet. It's kind of like unrealistic. Like, these girls are way too beautiful online and they're way too perfect, and I need to just go out and meet girls like at McDonald's. Maybe I should just like go to the library, you know, walk up to a girl like, hey, you like reading? And she'll be like, yeah, how'd you know? And I'll be like, because you're at the library. And there it is, we have something in common, except I don't actually like reading. I was just there to pick up on girls. I think I find myself sometimes trying to recreate my parents' relationship. My parents are like the coolest couple in the world. They like wear matching Jordans and take Tumblr pictures together. Okay, no relationship that ever did that ever worked out, so yeah, no. But really, they're an amazing couple and an amazing example. And the problem is, I find myself trying to recreate that, you know what I mean? And it's not gonna happen. So I gotta keep in mind that even though the relationship is successful, it had its own problems and they had their own flaws and everything, but they worked it out. So I need to learn how to do the same thing in my relationships. Back in like 2007, I got you know those chain emails that they always used to send, those chain letters, and it'd be like, send this to 15 people or else you don't love Jesus? Yeah, I used to hate those emails, but I got one that said, forward this to 30 people or else you're gonna be single and lonely for the rest of your life. And I sent it to 28 people because I didn't have many friends. Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm still single. I'm so alone. My schedule is horrible. See, I'm not a very good sleeper. Like, I'm not able to sleep like 7-8 hours straight. I can't. If I fall asleep at like 9 or 10 p.m., I wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning and that's it. I'm done. I get my 4 hours. I can't sleep again. So what I do is I go to sleep like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up at 8, and that's when I can actually do stuff productive because the sun is out. So if I'm awake and I'm not filming, I'm not editing, I'm not recording, you know, any of those things that I'm doing, it's probably like 4 in the morning. So who am I gonna meet at 4 in the morning other than like a prostitute? So I guess the reason why I'm single is because my standards are too high and prostitutes don't meet those. I'm picky to a fault. People always say you should have high standards, you know, be picky, and I agree with that, but eventually it gets to a point where you actually need to realize that you're just being way too overcritical. I've had a lot of decent women in my life that I've dated, and eventually you want the next one to kind of meet those standards, but they need to have the extra things that allow it to work out like the last one didn't work out. And you know what? That's not really fair to that person because they shouldn't get compared to anybody. They're their own person. So I definitely need to work on not comparing people, and then maybe, you know, I won't be so alone. Alright, y'all, hope you enjoyed that video. Once again, this is 5 weeks, so all the other members of 5 Deep will be doing their own unique, individual 5 topic. So make sure you come back. I have my own personal page with the link down below. Just posted a new comedy video. I'm gonna show you a clip at the end. You can click on it. or click down below. Also, I'm in this contest right now. If you guys want to go vote for me, the link's down there. It's natural, y'all. Peace.
You're the one who takes salsa dances.
Dude, do you know how many chicks I get off of salsa dancing?
Dude, that's so good. You do this one. You shimmy, for Christ. You shimmy.